Hey guys, Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review on Teen Wolf, episode 10 for season 2, called Fury. So let's talk about this episode, and the reason I'm doing another Teen Wolf episode review is because it seemed like you guys liked my last one, and got a good amount of views on it, so I'll probably finish up the Teen Wolf season 2 review all of season 2, maybe when season 3 comes back on. I'll review that, but it's fun to review Teen Wolf. It's a really good show, and let's start the review for this episode. In this episode, in last episode, we had Matt, the photographer. We find out that he is the Kanama Master. So this episode is kind of the aftermath of that, Matt keeps hostage Stiles' father, the sheriff, or, ex-sheriff. We have Scott that he keeps hostage, and saying, you know what, do what I want, get the bestiary, which is, Allison's parents, not Allison's parents, Allison's family's bestiary for the Argent family, is like, get that book, and do what I say, and no one will get hurt, which he really doesn't promise that. Scott's mother comes in, and because Scott and Stiles and the sheriff is trying to figure out how to say, oh, Matt is the killer of all these people. So the one person that did witness it is Scott's mother. So this whole episode really is just this hostage kind of episode. And seeing, again, finding out, how he's connected to Jackson, Matt and Jackson, how they're connected. And a little bit of Allison also, seeing the aftermath of her finding out that her mother died, and really how she takes a complete 360 with her character, and this is not the same Allison we've known even 2 episodes ago, she's becoming, a leader of the Argent family now. She's more of, she's the killer. She's the hunter, and she wants to kill Derek because of what he did to her mother. And she read a letter that her mother wrote, and whatever that was in that letter, she got pretty, angry at Derek. And knowing that, Derek made her turn into a werewolf, let me get Derek. And even saying, if Scott goes in the way of this, I'll kill him also. So, like I said, Allison's character just takes a complete 360 in this episode. And this episode was pretty solid, I have to say. I really enjoyed it. In the beginning, I'd say it was, a little slow. I was like, what did they really accomplish with this? I was kind of disappointed because I wanted more Lydia and Peter. That whole cliffhanger from last episode was are we going to get that, learn more about what happened there? And we didn't in this episode, so I was kind of disappointed with that. But hopefully we have 2 more episodes left. I really do feel like they're bringing that story for the last episode of the season, which I don't want to wait, and then they're going to give us another cliffhanger, then we have to wait, that big hiatus. Either during the winter we'll have these episodes again, because this series has been renewed for 24 episodes instead of 12, so it'll either come back on the winter and the summer, but we still have that big hiatus to find out what's going on with Peter and Lydia, but it's probably going to be another cliffhanger where we have to wait. So I was kind of disappointed we didn't get to see that in this episode, because like I said, from last cliffhanger, I wanted more from that. But again, probably get to see that more next episode and episode after. But this was more of a Matt episode where we learn how he died, which I kind of still don't understand. They didn't really explain how he still came back to life, if he really died or not, which is a little confusing. I wish they kind of explained that a little bit more. We see how freaking psychotic Matt is. He wants his revenge thing. He will kill anybody in his way to really get his revenge, and really using Jackson as a fury, as he would say it in Greek mythology. So I thought it was interesting to learn a little bit more about him, but also I wanted to see how they connected, how did he become the master. And I feel like they didn't really explain that in this episode. It was just he's the master because he died, and it was kind of confusing how they didn't really totally explain how he became the master. It's just that they did this hand thing, and is that how they became the master? No, it's is it because he died? How's that connected to Jackson? All those things. I feel like they didn't explain that in this episode. But still, I thought it was good that they explained a little stuff with Matt, even though it was a little bit confusing. Also, I think the biggest part of this episode that I really enjoyed was the cliffhanger. We've been really we've been really skeptical about Allison's grandfather. Like, what are his motives? And we find out in this end of this episode, he kills Matt, right? And that's freaking crazy. It's like, oh, they killed Matt. You know, he just became like a main player in this series, and now he's dead. And then he does the hand thing with Jackson, so now he's the new master to Jackson. But why would he do that? He doesn't even like creatures, you know? And that's why, like, what are his motives? Like, what is he, you know? Will he become a Kanema because of this? Because you saw that Matt was starting to become like a Kanema because he became the master. Who does Allison's grandfather really want to kill? Because does he want revenge? And that's why he's becoming the master for, you know, Jackson. Yeah, so also, big part of this episode is Scott's mother finds out he's a werewolf. And when I saw that, that's literally, I was pretty shocked, you know? And again, probably next episode we'll find out more about, like, what is the aftermath of that? Will his mother accept him? Will Scott really just be able to just explain, like, oh, you know, what happened? Really, will his mother accept that? Or, will she be a little, you know, standoffish? Like, what will happen? Will it still be like, oh, you're my son, I don't care, you know, what you are, just, I'm glad that I know the truth now. Yeah, so that should be interesting to see, what she does with that, and, I'm glad that we kind of didn't get a reaction in this episode, because it kind of makes that another cliffhanger, just seeing, oh, what will happen with that, because that's where Scott left off in this episode. You know, Allison's grandfather's like saying, oh, go to your mom, you know, help your mom. So I think that's where the next episode's gonna leave off, and we'll find out what's going on with that. I have a feeling, the mother's gonna just say, I don't know how she's gonna do it, I think she's gonna accept it. But it should be interesting, and I think maybe that'll bring them closer together, because it's like, oh, now I know the truth, you don't have to lie to me all the time, now I know why your grades are going down the tubes. So, I like that a lot. I'm glad that she's kinda, knowing more about this whole supernatural world, and maybe we'll learn a little bit more about her character, because we really don't get to see her character that often, because she's not really part of the supernatural world. Also, I just want to talk about Allison. I thought that was freaking crazy how she's done a 360 in this episode of really, like, she's gonna kill anybody. Any of those werewolves, she's gonna kill them if it means revenge, you know? And I think that's really what her thing is revenge. And this changed her character totally. Will this change her character for, you know, the next season? Will it change just for 2 episodes? Will, you know, Scott and Allison's love really, you know, be strong enough that way they can really fight through this? Will Allison still love Scott because of this? But is she now saying no werewolves ever again, or is she really becoming that hunter because of her mother's death? I thought really before, when I heard her, like, before, you know, Allison's reaction, I really thought she was just gonna say, you know, I wish my mom just picked to be a werewolf. You know, I thought that she was gonna go that route, but now she's going like again, total 360 with her character, and this might make her become more of a villain, maybe. We don't know, you know. And it should be interesting to see where a character goes and what, you know, risks she will take, to get revenge with Derek. Will she hurt Scott to get revenge on Derek? Is it worth it? So, that's pretty much what happened in this episode. Hopefully we get even more with the next episode. I thought this was a pretty solid episode. I give it 4 stars. Again, I wish they explained a little bit more with Matt, because that was really the center of this episode. But, it was interesting, and there was a lot of stuff that was accomplished, and again, hopefully there'll be Lydia and Peter in the next episode, because that's what I'm really, interested in, see, like, where that goes, and, exactly what is Peter's place in this story, and what exactly Lydia is. So definitely, those 2 stories I'm excited to see, hopefully next week. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more trailers. I know they have the sneak peek usually after the episode, but, not sneak peek, but, you know, a promo trailer, but usually on, MTV.com they have another promo trailer, like, 2 days after, to show a little bit more of the episode. So we'll have to see if, what this episode is really going to be about next, week. There's only 2 episodes left, so we're definitely going to have some shockers. So I'll be reviewing Teen Wolf again next week. Tell me in the comments below what you thought about this episode, and Allison, and, you know, Scott, his mother, you know, Allison's grandfather, Matt, just everything in this episode, and what's your favorite parts, and if you like me reviewing Teen Wolf, and hopefully I will review the next episode. Tell me in the comments below if you like these reviews. See you guys, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for even more news for Comic Uno and the random situations, and see you guys. Bye.